Hello everyone! Maayong buntag. So maayong buntag means good morning in Cebuanos.
Kati-kati na ba ang iyong mga paa? Handa nang umalis, magiwaliw at lumarga. Buti na lang taga dito ka. Sing dami ng happening, ang dami ng isla. It's more fun in the Philippines. Bakit ba lalayo? Mula Batanes hanggang Hulo, iba ang saya ng Pilipino. It's more fun in the Philippines.
But before anything else, let us go to our boss and let us do the head count if we are set and complete. Okay, let us do the head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25. Okay, we are set and complete. But before we begin, let me first welcome you all in the beautiful places of Region 7, Central Visayas region. And we are going to visit some tourist spots in Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and Siquijor. In behalf of JJC Travel Agency, we are happy that you chose us to be part of your tour here in Region 7. I am Camille Joy, one of your tour guide for today, and I am with my team who will help me throughout this trip.
I'm Jonaline Pagagpatan.
I am Jessie Ree.
And we will be your companions for the rest of your tour. We will make sure that we will give you 7,700 several reasons to smile. You can always approach us if you need any help. Before we proceed, there are some friendly reminders and safety precautions that we want you to know so that our tour will be smooth flowing and hassle-free. So keep in mind my reminders. First, synchronize your time with my time so that no one will be left behind. So the time with me is 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Second, I have with me a whistle. If you hear me whistle once, that means we are going to line up in the front of our bus because we are heading to our next destination. Third, I have with me a red flag, not a red flag that you can see on your girlfriend, boyfriend, or suitor. It is a red flag that I will wave to locate me easier. Fourth, I have with me a first aid kit in cases of emergency. And lastly, always observe body-body system, walk in pair so no one will get lost. So we are about to start our very exciting tour. We picked you up at Mactan Cebu International Airport, which is the second busiest international airport in the Philippines. But before we start our tour, we will take you first to the restaurant that brings you the best of the world at your table, Abaca Baking Company, for your breakfast. Enjoy your meal! Are you full of what you have eaten? We will not only fill your stomachs, but also your eyes with beautiful sights and fun experiences. First up is the Heritage Cebu Monument. It is a representation and illustration of sculptures depicting significant and symbolic events in the history of Cebu back from the time of Raja Humabon to the recent beatification of the Cebuano martyr Pedro Calungsod. The monument was built by the local artist Eduardo Castrillo. Its construction started in July 1997. The spot where the monument stands now, the Parian, is very historical. It is used to be home to the residences of the most prominent families in Cebu during the Spanish period. It is used to be the center of trade between the locals, the Chinese, and the Spanish mestizos. The word Parian was derived from the word pari-pari, meaning to barter or trade. Tourists, it's time to go to our next destination! Next up is Yap Ancestral House. Yap San Diego Ancestral House is a museum that sheds light on the Chinese settlements of the city. It is said to be among the first Chinese houses to be built outside of the country. Enter the building and gaze up with the hanging chandeliers and the interior part of red tile ceiling that held together by dark wooden beams. Creaking floorboards and lingering echoes evoke a bygone era. Imagine the family members and friends who spent time here over the centuries. The building teaches us about architectural styles of the houses here centuries ago, including the fact that they often had second stories. Time's up, tourists! Let's go to our bus so that we can eat our lunch. We are here at Rico's Lechon. Rico's Lechon provides an experience like home with contemporary classic interiors that shows old Cebu with a twist. Enjoy your meal, tourists! Before we go to our next destination, I am inviting you to check into our hotel, which is GV Tower Hotel, so that you can leave your things and rest for a bit. It is a budget and economy hotel chain which mainly offers practical budget room accommodations to all travelers. It's time to continue our tour. Our next destination is Fort San Pedro. It is established in 1565 and it is the oldest fort in the Philippines and one of the most visited tourist spots in Cebu City. Fort San Pedro was built by Spaniards under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, the first Governor-General of the Philippines. The original fort, built right after the arrival of Legazpi, was made of wood. It was then replaced in the 17th century with a stone fort to drive Muslim riders away. Another interesting fact about the fort is that its shape is triangular. The two sides facing the sea and the third side facing the land. The two sides facing the sea were protected with cannons and the front with a strong fence made of wood. Tourists, it's time to go to our next destination. Our next destination is the Sirao Garden. Sirao Garden is also popularly called as a mini Amsterdam by the tourists and visitors because of the world-famous Keukenhof flower garden. The flowers here are varied species and they are also well-kept, well-aligned, and maintained. In this flower farm, they have made cute arrangements for tourists to click photos, turning into a totally Instagrammable spot. Sirao Garden in the Philippines has recently caught a lot of attention from tourists and is a paradise for all garden lovers. People from all over the world are appreciating in this beautiful flower garden in Cebu City. There are a variety of flowers here and the colors that are spread across the garden and just a delightful sight. Tourists, it's time to go to our next destination! Our last but not the least destination is the Kawasan Falls. Kawasan Falls, Cebu is a peaceful natural place where you can enjoy many waterfalls of natural spring waters located at the near southern tip of Cebu. Kawasan Falls sits at the foot of Mantalongon mountain range, approximately 1 kilometer from National Road of Badian and at least 4 hours trekking from Osmeña Peak. This ends our tour for today. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something. Goodbye for now and see you again tomorrow. Take a rest and have a good night. Thank you, tourists!
Hi, this is day 2 of our tour. Always remember the reminders and safety precaution that Miss Camille taught us. Our first destination is Kadaptapan Rice Terraces. It covers few hectares of the mountain slopes of the barangay Kadapdap. Kadaptapan Rice Terraces are the most amazing rice terraces in Bohol. It can be found in Candijay region in Bohol. Our second destination is in Inagdan Cave. It is located in Taoist, Bohol. It is naturally lighted with deep lava and many large stalagmites and stalactites. The cave is lit with sunlight which filters through holes in the ceiling. It is very impressive and quiet and beautiful. The cool atmosphere and amazing views, and the sensation of heat above the ground. Before we proceed to our next stop, let's have a lunch in the famous restaurants in Bohol. Enjoy! It is the famous restaurants in Bohol, which having a grilled food and especially the seafoods. It is located in Barangay Danang, Bohol. If you want a very relaxing accommodations where you have to stay and relax, here the B&J Guest House Tagbilaran features with bars, garden, and very relaxing ambience. All of your luggage are very safely in your own area. Let's continue our tour. Our next stop is the Chocolate Hills. Is the geological formation in Bohol, province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,200 hills. One of the best time to experience in Bohol. So our last destination is Baclayan Church, Purisimo Concepcion de la Maria Parish Church, commonly known Baclayan Catholic Church in Baclayan, Bohol, within the jurisdiction of Tagbilaran. See you there!
Good day, tourists. I'm Jonaline Pagatpatan, your tour guide. This is our third day of our tour in Negros Oriental. So don't forget, tourists, all the reminders and safety precaution that Miss Camille taught us. Are you familiar in Negros Oriental? Okay. Negros Oriental is endowed with outstanding tourist spots, making it one of the best destinations in Visayas. Tourist spots in the province includes internationally known dive site, sandbars, lakes, mountains, and caves. It is one of the two provinces located in Negros Islands. In Visayas, where it faces the nearby islands of Cebu of the east and Siquijor to the southeast. Tourists, are you excited to visit the other beautiful site in Negros Oriental? Our first stop destination is at Mount Talinis. Mount Talinis is one of the town tourist spots of Negros Oriental, which is a favorite destination among mountain climbers in the province and in the Merbit Island. Tourists, it's time to go to our next destination. Our next destination is at Anatulang Beach. Anatulang Beach is the best place for those who want to relax and enjoy the company with friends and families. Tourists, it's time to go to our third stop destination. Our third stop destination is at Manjuyod Sandbar. Manjuyod Sandbar is another beautiful places to visit in Negros Oriental. A long and wide stretch of sandbar that completely disappears on high tide. Manjuyod Sandbar is a perfect destination for families or group of friends but also a romantic place for a couple. Time's up, tourists. We are go to our bus so that we can eat our lunch. Enjoy your meal, tourists. Tourists, before we are go to our next destination, I am inviting you to go check in our hotel, which is Brick Hotel. Tourists, it's time to continue our tour. Our next destination is Lake Balanan. Lake Balanan is one of the beautiful tourist spots in Negros Oriental, tucked in the forested mountains of the province. Tourists, it's time to go to our last destination. Our last destination is Mount Canlaon. Mount Canlaon is the highest active stratovolcano in Negros Oriental and on the entire Negros Islands with an elevation of 2,465 meters above sea level. It is one of the best destinations among experienced mountain climbers but climbing. This mountain is no joke, a mere fact that is one of the most active volcanoes in the Philippines. Not a danger evolve. This is the end of our tour today, tourists. I hope you enjoy. Goodbye and take a rest. Good night.
Hi, today is the last day of our tour. Let's visit all the church in Siquijor. Our first destination is, it is a very simple facade constructed from wrought whitish coral bricks, like most old churches. It's a dove bell and look out from the invaders. It stands in hilly part of in this area and towers nearby shore. Let's go in Sikihor and visit church together with your loved ones, families, and friends. And to our second destination, San Isidro Labrador Church. The construction of the convent is constructed in color rims and hardwood in 1987 and completed in 1891. Let's take a break. Let's have a dinner in the famous restaurants in Sikihor. Luca Loco Restaurant. Their specialty is Philippine food and barbecue. So you will find things like grilled grapes and vegetables and other food delicacies. There are many options as vegetarians as well. If you want a very relaxed accommodations, choose White Villas Resort. It is very popular in city with your families in solo travel life. It is very convenient population. The most places you can visit. The foods are fresh and delicious. The best option you will eat. Let's continue our tour. Our next stop is St. Augustine Church. It is the oldest churches installed in 1993. It is the one of the Philippine churches constructed during Spanish period to be designated as World Heritage Sites by UNESCO under collective title of our churches of the Philippines. Our last destination is in Cambugahay Falls, a three-tiered waterfall with clean, warm water originating from natural springs. It flows down kilometer downstream, and a wonderful swimming lagoon. It is the best water here in the Philippines and have all your visit. Thank you, Jessie Gildilion. I hope you enjoy our tour for today. Thank you.
It is said that this marks the end of our very informative tour. Are there questions, clarifications, or suggestions? Just let me know, okay? I hope everyone enjoyed and learned a lot from our trip. I would like to thank all of you for choosing us to be part of your very unforgettable journey. I hope to see you again in your future tours. Enjoy the rest of your days here in Central Visayas region and have a safe trip back home. Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, kill nothing but time. Again, this is Camille Joy.
I'm John Aline Pagatpatan.
I am Jessie Ree.
Signing off. Thank you and goodbye. No more sana all, instead let's make your tour fun and enjoyable. Mabuhay!